My name's SKR Studios, and today I am going to be ranking every single 21 Pilots album cover from my least favorite to my favorite. Let's just get into this one. In 7th place, I have Regional at Best. Regional at Best was an album made just to have songs to play at shows, and it was sold so people knew what the songs would be. This album feels nostalgic. It has a lot of synths, and it has chunky vocals from Tyler, and he just can't sing at the time. Mixed with the terrible instrumental, it just makes, a very nostalgic sounding album. And this is a kid on a baseball field, and it's Tyler's brother, and Tyler's brother is featured on the album. So it's a very sentimental album cover, and Regional at Best is my least favorite album, so I don't really care about this album cover as much as the other ones, but I do like it. It fits the vibe. Number 6, Blurry Face. I get that it's Blurry Face's face, but again, I don't really like Blurry Face as an album in itself. I know that each circle represents a song, and it later on goes on to represent the Bishops, and I love Trench. Trench is my favorite 21 Pilots album, but just the way the album cover looks is very simplistic. I'm not drawn into this album cover like I am with the other ones. I have to explain to you what the circles mean. You aren't just like, oh, they're circles. Like, there has to be a reason for them, and there is. So, I don't know. Boring album cover. Number 5, Clancy. Holy shit, there is so much going on this album cover. First of all, same position as Vessel with Tyler and Josh. Also, in the corner, you see Blurry Face is being burnt on fire. Fire is also coming from Tyler and Josh. Clancy is in the middle, as well as the title Clancy, and Josh is towards the side. Like, if it wasn't for the fire, it would be a straight down the middle, symmetrical album cover. So, I don't know. I like this one a lot. I didn't like it a lot at first when I first saw it, but it makes sense. It's sort of a rebellious album. Like, I don't know. I like this one. It's epic, but not my favorite. Number 4, Vessel. Vessel is a great album cover. It's sort of dark because if you see the full album cover with the back, it has Tyler and Josh in skeleton outfits behind their grandfathers. And, both of these guys have passed since Vessel came out, so it's kind of crazy. It's an album cover that, Vessel is kind of an album about death and fear of death, and having two old guys embracing their oldness on the cover is perfect, and the fact that it's Tyler and Josh's grandfathers makes it even better. So, love this album cover. It's iconic. It is totally different from what you would expect from an album cover like this, but I love it. Top 3, number 3, Self-Titled. I love this album cover so much. It is someone on a bed, dead. Their brain is being cut, and leaking out is paint and a city. Like, that is so creative. I love this art. I was gonna put this in first place or second place, but I don't know. I also have attachments to these albums other than just the album covers, and I associate them with a lot, and Self-Titled I only started getting into recently. I didn't like it for the longest time, but now I do. So, I love this album cover. It is perfect. The city looks a lot like Dima. Don't know if that was on purpose. I just love the aesthetic of Self-Titled. It's perfect for what the album is representing. Second place, Trench. Trench is my favorite album of all time, and honestly, you look at this album cover, you see every single track like that. I love that so much, seeing the track list on the front, on the wing of the Vulture. It's perfect. You get to see the Vulture being seized with the yellow. The yellow is also in the background, and, it's on the logos, all 3, 4, 5, I don't know how many logos I should, on the cover. It's just great. I love the vibe this one gives off. It gives like retro vibes, also kind of like futuristic. Like, you don't really feel like you're in the trenches. You feel like you're listening to the album. I don't know. I love this album cover. It's perfect. Scaled and Icy is my number 1. It feels like propaganda. It feels nothing like 21 Pilots. The colors are so vibrant. The logo is right there. The sigh is right there. Like, the dragon is ripped out of some old book. Man. Also, the yellow eyes with this creature too. It's being seized. That's crazy. The Skilled and Icy album cover just represents everything about the album. I look at this album, I think of Shy Away with Shed Your Modesty with the dragon. I think of Mulberry Street with its vibrant colors. I think of, Redecorate, the lyric video, having this album cover just plastered everywhere with the bells and the whistles in the background. And it was just, when I first saw the aesthetic of Scaled and Icy, I literally went out and bought so many light blue and pink clothes just so I could fit in with the vibe of that era, because COVID was so dark. We needed something so vibrant, and this was just perfect for it. And it just represents the album so much, because you look at it and it's vibrant and it's cool, but it's also kind of dark, and it matches the vibe of Scaled and Icy so well. I always say Trench is my favorite album, and I know Clancy is also my second favorite 21 Pilots album. Scaled and Icy, just the whole era, it's probably my favorite 21 Pilots era. Thank you guys for being here. Happy New Year. I am so excited to get into this year of videos. Every Thursday I will be posting. Every single Thursday, unless I say otherwise. But yeah, thank you for being here. I'll see you next week. And what else was I going to say?